advanced series, and today we are going to do JSDOM. Yesterday we completed the basic JavaScript, and as I told, that much only is required. So today we are going to start with our JSDOM. So which is very important. Means what we're going to do that yesterday what we did, it was all sort of a example, means theoretical part, you can see. The main thing is to use it in the JavaScript project. And how do we use it in the JavaScript project? We use it in a JavaScript project through the DOM. So yeah, welcome all. Welcome, Anakati, welcome. And I hope I'm spelling right. Okay, so as again the attendance, let me tell this thing, will be taken at the end. Attendance will be taken at the end. Good evening all. So I'll take the attendance again at the end, and there will be a different Google form today. Okay, so it is not the same Google form, it will be a different Google form. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so I'm in a terminal. So if you don't know terminal, it's okay. So what is showing like this? Okay. Okay, so whatever. So we are going to start with JSDOM. So first thing which we are going to do is let me create a directory. Okay, dir DOM basics. So we are going to do it through VS Code. Okay, so cd to that and open it with VS Code. So I've opened this with VS Code. Okay, hope you are able to see my screen. I've opened the VS Code. Are you able to see the VS Code? I don't know what is happening. Okay, index.html. Okay, don't know, maybe you're not able to see the VS Code. I think something weird is happening with my sharing things. Okay, let me share it again. Yeah, maybe you're able to see it. Okay, so I have an index.html. Okay, and we are going to have a style.css, and we are going to have a bringing it in the top. Okay, anyways, it is a HTML style.css, and we are going to have a main.js file. Whatever. Some issues are there. I think I will only able to share this thing. Okay, let me do it anyways. So index.html, I'm going to have this, and let me write DOM basics. I will going to write, and here I am going to first link the CSS file. So linking the CSS file, I'll do style.css, and we generally do this main your script file always will do at the end. So we do this with script tag, script and src, and I will do the main.js. So the one reason to do the script tag at the end is that it should not, JavaScript should not block the whole page. So JavaScript is always done at the end, and it is not done in the head part, it is always done in the body part. Okay, so main.js I've done, and then I'm going to paste your HTML, because I'm not going to tell, because HTML is already in HTML CSS. So those things we are not going to learn. So those things will be there, and I will explain them. Okay, don't worry. And if you want to learn more about that, go through the HTML on my YouTube, and also CSS is there. CSS was covered previously. Okay, so this is there. Let me explain it. Okay, so what is happening here in the header? I have a H1, so header tag and section tag, so they are sort of a semantic HTML. So header tag and section tags are the header. I have something, and section I have a container. So this container is there, class container, that inside that there is a form in which I have my form, and then after that I have empty ul, and they have the section is ending, and I have an empty div also. This is very important, this empty div of class message and empty ul of class id. So these all the things we are going to control it from the JavaScript. So that is the main thing. So let me save it, and let me now also add the CSS, because we are not going to learn much about the CSS. We have already learned about the CSS. We're going to concentrate on the JavaScript. Okay, so that is there. So let me add the CSS, which is already linked. So let me save it, and I have saved it, and now I will open this with the live server. Open with the live server, and I'll open it with the live server. It has been shown like this. Hope you are able to see what I'm showing in, or else. Okay, hope all of you are able to see the Chrome screen which I'm showing. Can anybody tell me that they're able to see the Chrome screen? Something weird is happening with my sharing thing. So okay, can everyone? Yeah, that only is there. Means I'm showing my Chrome screen right now, and you're telling that you're not able to see. That's what I was also thinking, that you might not be able to see it. Only you're seeing this thing. Okay, if I make it below, you are not able to see anything. Okay, now you're able to not see anything, means I was just you're able to see this. I don't know why it is happening right like this. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. Tomorrow I need to quickly see this kind of things happen. Now I have to quickly see the settings and all. So they have actually updated their something like show all source layout, shift s. Okay. Basic now and uh, 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 uh. And that also it is showing in a cut thing, not showing the complete. Okay. These all things happens. Okay, no problem. So I think I have to keep on switching between the your this what to say, I have to keep on switching between the VS Code and the DOM. So this is what it has been shown. Okay, let me do this and I will figure it out after the call, or maybe I can end it tomorrow a bit quick, and I will do it tomorrow. So today maybe I will add it, complete it a bit quick. Okay, so let us understand. So this is what it has been shown with the DOM basic. Okay, so what we can have now, we are going to see different things. Okay, so for that I have to wait a sec. Okay. Okay, I have to keep on switching. Okay, so I will now again switch to index.html. Okay, so again we will be able to see this, and okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do this thing only. So the thing is that in the main.js we'll add in everything. Okay, so first thing is that is we have to grab a single element. So how to grab a single element in a DOM? So grab a single element, so that is done by const form equal to document dot get element by id. So document dot get element by id. So this is how we grab a single element, document dot get element by id. So this is used for grabbing a single element. Okay, so what is the form name? Form name is my form. Okay, so my form is the form name. I will grab it like this, my form. So this is how we grab a single element. Okay, so document dot get element by id and the form name. So it is, I'm giving that id, so that's why I have given the form name. So one of the main thing in DOM is we have to grab the elements from the DOM, and then we can use anything in that. So that is how JavaScript programming works. So I am grabbing this my form. Okay, and then I will work on it. Okay, so this is there. Then there are some other ways also are there, so we'll look into that. But as you know, means there is some issues, so I will show all of them together. So console.log, if I do form like this, and there are some other ways, let us look into those also. So CLG directly I will do a console log, and here I'll do a document dot query selector, and then h1, I can directly do the h1. So query selector and get element id, they used to grab a single element, but here I am giving the id so that I can only grab the id, and that's why this id I can grab, and with this I can directly grab the h1. And what h1, there are two h1s on this page, so the first h1 it will grab. Okay, the first h1 it will grab, and then clg again. There is another, so this query selector is multi-purpose. Document dot query selector, and I can select the dot container also. Dot container also I can select. So the what is this dot container? Dot container is this section. Okay, this also I can select, and even this my form also I can select. So I can give the hash of my form, and it will be selected. So what happened today? Everything is wrong is happening. Okay, dot container is there. So this is like this. Dot container is done, and then let us see that see all these three on the screen. So again, for this, as you know, I have an issue, so I have to do let me first open that thing. Okay, inspect and so on. Okay, so again I have to remove from a stream, and okay, so you are able to see the DOM now. So the first thing is coming from that id. Second is from that query selector h1, and third is from the content. So this is how we can select all the things, and we are selecting the single element here. Okay, so now we are going to add a now we are going to see how to select multiple element. Okay, select multiple element. So for that, again I have to change this, and sorry for that, I will figure it out today, because this is causing me problem from yesterday. This thing, this my software through which I stream, so they have changed this a paid software, and I don't know why they have done that. They have changed some options. Okay, so again I'm showing by main.js. Okay, so this is like this. So now we will learn how to grab multiple elements. So for grabbing the multiple elements, so first thing which we are going to do, I'll come here and then I'll do like this. Okay, index, I will select all the items. Okay, all the items I am going to select, and this was commented out, so it will uncomment all those things. Okay, but now the main thing is that we are going to select multiple items, grab multiple items. So we are going to see how to select multiple items. So I'll come back here, and I will comment all of this out, and now I will do grab multiple element. And today what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this stream a bit early, and that's the reason I am going to ask you all to, I was going to complete it, but it is very difficult to do it like this. Okay, so mark your, so all of you mark your attendance. So anyways, I'm going to complete it, don't worry, I'm going to complete it, figure it out, and I'm going to complete it. Okay, so all the things, after DOM there is async JavaScript, and after that ES6 is there, and after that a project is also there. So all of those things will be completed. Okay, so grab multiple element, we are going to see how to grab multiple element. So here we have like document dot query selector all dot items. So dot items I'm doing, so what will happen that dot items, all these things are dot items, so we can select all of them. Okay, so this is one way, and there are other ways also are there. So those are g and document dot get elements. So it is ments, elements by class name item. So elements, this s is very important, because there is something known as get element also. So get elements by class name item, so I will do this item, so all of this item will be selected. Okay, so that is there, and similar to this we have, one sec, Now you're able to not see anything, and blank window is being shown. Okay. Okay. Anyways, I did that console log. So not happening. Okay. Okay. So okay. So other thing which I'm going to do, and I'm going to end this a bit early in another 5 minutes. So document dot get elements by tag name. Elements by tag name I'm going to do, and this I will do as li. So this I will do li. Okay, so the li can be done, and now I will save it. So these are the other ways to get the elements. So I will get elements by not name, by it is the by tag name. By tag name get elements by tag name I am going to do. Okay, so gets element by class name and get elements by tag name. These are the other ways. But I want to show the console how it looks. Okay, how it looks. I'm going to show it, and again I have to change this thing again. Okay, and where is my Chrome? Yeah. So if you can see, the first thing is a node list, the second thing is a HTML connection, and third thing is get elements by tag name is actually it is also get elements by tag name. Okay, so it is also the next two things are HTML connection. So this is very important. First thing is a node list, which is a query selector all. Query selector all, it's a node list. The rest of them are HTML collection. Actually, whenever we select multiple elements, it gives us something like an array, but it is not an array. So see this thing. So this thing is a array, and these are also array, like, but they are not actually array, they are similar. So if you open an array and go to the prototypes, you will see a lot of elements, a lot of methods are there. For it only we have for each and all those things we have. Okay, for each and all those things we have only. Okay, and in this, even that for each is also not there. So what's the problem with this thing is that we cannot even use a for each. Okay, so we cannot even use a for each. So without a for each, it causes a lot of problem. Okay, so let me go there, and I will show what is the problem, and I will do this again. Okay, so the problem is that, so let's use any one of them. So this is a node list, this one is a node list, and these two are HTML element. Okay, HTML element. So they have a problem that they don't have the advanced for each. So for each we are going to learn more about this in the ES6 part. When we are going to do the ES6, we are going to learn more about it. So first let us do any one of them. We can choose any one of them. So I'll comment this out, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do const node items equal to document dot query selector all item, and const call items equal to document dot query selector dot get elements by id. Okay, like this. So here what will happen, I can use the for each. Okay, so for each is the advanced kind of a for loop which we are going to learn about them a lot later on. And this is the thing which you should always use. You should always use the for each, not the for of loop which you have for of or the traditional for loop. Don't go for that. Always use for each, and we're going to learn a bit about it in the ES6 part also. Okay, for each is there, and then here I can do item or IT, anything you can do. So let us do the IT only, and console.log IT, so it will work. But if I do the same thing like here, I don't want to go back and forth a lot of time. It will give error because we have seen that HTML collection for each is not there. It will give error in this statement. If I would able to go on for 2-3 times, I could have gone. But what is the solution here? We cannot use this thing, so we can use a traditional for loop. Okay, traditional for loop we can use, and which is just a longer way to do it. Let we have to do let I equal to 0, I is less than, actually not this, I is less than call items dot length, and then we have to do this console.log call items. So this is the longer way which we have to do. So this node items, just save it. Now let me show it. Okay, again this is the last thing I'm going to show, because I am going to wrap this here only because I have to fix it because it is causing problem. See, first three have come from the your node items in which for each is working. The next three have come from your call items in which we have not you in if we have used the traditional for loop. So in that we have to use a traditional for loop, so it's a bit of a pain to use a traditional for loop here. So this is a pain which is there with HTML collection. So that's why you should always do this query selector all is preferred most of the time. Okay, query selector all, it's preferred so for selecting multiple elements. So hope you have all marked your attendance, and I'm going to close it today because I'm got a problem. So this DOM basics we're going to complete tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow I will do start with the async JavaScript also, which is very important. Async JavaScript is like async await. We are going to learn about it, async await, and all those things we are going to learn, async await and all those things. Okay, so with this I'm going to end today's call. Sorry for the problem, but I don't know what happened with my software. I'm using a software known as rest stream. It's a paid software, means it's through it I can able to stream live on all the locations, means LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So I'm live at all the locations. Okay, so if you want to see at other, you can come, but it was doing quite good. They have changed some options, so some developer might have made some mistake and all. Okay, so let me end this and let me